Hi everyone, my name is Danielle Guizzo. I'm one of the co-founders and steering group members of D Econ, Diversifying and Decolonizing Economics. And D Econ launched in 2019 as a network of students and scholars, and including PhD students, working to diversify and decolonize economics. And this means promoting inclusiveness in economics, both in terms of academic content and also in terms of its institutional structures. And this includes for us working towards a better economics discipline, which is free of discrimination. And this includes sexism, racism, but also discrimination based on geographical location and also based on approach and school of thought. So part of what we do is to promote inclusive practices at places that determine what legitimate knowledge is. So this means promoting more inclusive practices in conferences, workshops, journals, editorial boards, boards of economic organizations, syllabi, economics departments, and classrooms. So for that, we take a very holistic approach, and our mission involves three related but distinct goals. So these goals are, we aim for more equal representation in terms of identity in economics, also more openness in terms of theoretical and methodological approach, but also to decolonize economics by tackling the historically produced Eurocentrism in our field, and the idea that Eurocentrism leads to better, neutral, or more universal economics. So we want to question those principles and to provide something that is much more inclusive and holistic in that sense. So D Econ as an initiative, so we launched 2 years ago, and ever since our launching, we have organized and participated in a number of impactful workshops at different professional events around the world. We also developed and provided many contributions to address the challenges of the economics profession, particularly posed by diversity and decolonization. And also we are about to launch a unique database of diverse, heterodox and pluralist scholars in the field for us to avoid common practices that we see in economics, such as the manuals. So some of the activities that we do, they can be found on our website, decon.org, so d-econ.org. And I'm going to share the website so you're going to be able to see. So this is our main website, and we have quite a few activities going on at the moment. So here you can read our mission to find out a little bit more of what we do. You can also find who we are. So we have an advisory board that provides some input and some advice in terms of the practices that we're doing. We also have a steering group composed by most of the leading and co-founders of D Econ, who are working on the daily activities of the network. But we also have other activities in terms of publishing a biannual reading list, which is, it's gaining a lot of attention, a diversified and decolonized reading list. So here you can check our previous reading list. So for instance, our last reading list that was published in December 2020 can be accessed on this link here. And then you can find some of the recommendations that we make in terms of readings. And also, if you'd like to get involved on D Econ, we have many exciting activities going on at the moment. So D Econ, we work in the sense of a working group-based network. So for that, we have different groups that are pushing for different activities. So for instance, we have the reading list working group who gets together and puts the reading list together. We have the database working group who is currently working on the publishing and the updating of the database. But we also have other working groups who are currently recruiting. So we have a curriculum working group who is trying to promote diversity in the economics curriculum and decolonization. So how this can be addressed in terms of the curriculum. We have a decolonial praxis and guidelines working group to explore what is decolonizing economics and how can we actually pursue this. But we also have other working groups working on more focused issues, such as the working group blog. We have a working group on languages, so how we can think about more diversity and inclusiveness in economics beyond the English language, and how we can address this in a more comprehensive way. And we have other groups who are overseeing the daily activities of D Econ. So for instance, we have a social media working group that makes sure that our activities are posted on Twitter and Facebook. We have a website working group. We have a funding opportunities working group as well to seek to help us find funding. So there are many ways that you can get involved if you're interested to join D Econ. So here is the link, and if you are interested in becoming a member of the D Econ team, or only if you have questions, if you'd like to know more about D Econ, so you can just get in touch with us at info@d-econ.org, and you can ask more questions. And if you're interested in joining, you can send more information about yourself, and we can discuss how you can join our network. This is on a voluntary basis at the moment, but in the future, we hope that D Econ can increase and become an important network in our discipline. And one of the ideas is to be able to make this very much an inclusive global sort of network. Also for students, if you're interested, we have reading groups who are being led by students. And if you're also interested in getting to know these groups a little bit more, or to get involved in them, just contact us by email that we can give you more information. So I hope this was a good introduction of D Econ, but if you have any questions, you're free to ask me, okay?